Hello, my name is Shubho Bhomik, Shubhank Bhomik, Akash Shubha. And I am writing the book, the biography on Gurudev Sri Shyama Khyapa Maharaj. And it's my good fortune, you can say, and a privilege for me that I have been devolved the honors by Gurudev Sri Shyama Khyapa Maharaj to write a book on him. Actually, he is a kind of a sadhu of the highest order of monks, and you guys must have heard about the order of Indian monks, the sadhus, the rishis and the maharishis, the saints, the holy sages, saints like sages like Rishi Vrigu, Rishi Vishwamitraji, Rishi Vashishta Muni, and sages of stalwarts like them, who have glorified our country, India, which is regarded as the Punya Bhumi, or the holy land all over the world. It has been hallowed by the footsteps of great rishis, sages and mahatmas, or great souls, accomplished sadhus, accomplished saints, who have realized God, who have realized themselves, their inner souls, and Paramatma, or Brahma as we call it. The main philosophy of Indian religion, as you know, is Ayam Brahmashmi, I am He, Soham. And that's the philosophy. That's what our great sages and saints of all times have said. Realize yourself, know thyself. That is what is our motto, our goal. Very much, the people of the Western world, the Orient and the Occident, have never been mingling together in terms of philosophy, in terms of culture, in terms of religion, in terms of beliefs, creed, etc. But basically, we all are the same. We come from the same God. Okay, they must be calling, they might be calling Christ. Somebody might be calling Allah. We call Brahma or Bhagwan, whatever it is, the name, the various names of the same supreme entity or the cosmic consciousness, Brahma, Paramatma. So this is what the sages have tried to preach us. But the problem is, nowadays, especially, there has been a serious dearth, there has been a serious deficiency, or whatever you call it, a dearth of sadhus, a dearth of mahatmas. Since the last century, I would say, 60, 70 years, there is a terrible dearth of sadhus or mahatmas who can show you the path, who can actually lead to the path of salvation for the people. As we Hindi में हम लोग जैसे बोलते हैं, जो राह दिखा सकते हैं ऐसे साधु, जो आपको दिखा सकते हैं राह, जो आपको बता सकते हैं कि ऊपर वो परमात्मा के पास जाने का रास्ता क्या है. ये बताने वाला भी तो कोई चाहिए ना, कोई दिखाने वाला तो चाहिए. लेकिन but we don't have that kind of a person who will lead us to the path of salvation, to the path of Brahma, Paramatma, because they don't have that in-depth knowledge or the kind of proficiency and the profound depth of knowledge, and they have not realized themselves. So it's very difficult, because he can show you the way who knows the way himself. जो खुद राह जानता है वही आपको राह दिखा सकता है.
Yes.
है ना. तो ये जो है हमारे गुरुदेव जी श्री श्री श्यामा ख्यापा महाराज, उनके खासियत तो ये है, I mean his specialty is that he knows the way because he goes the way. He has gone the way and he knows the way, and therefore he shows the way. क्योंकि उन्होंने इस रास्ते से चले हैं, वो इस रास्ते को जानते हैं भली भांति, और इसीलिए वो हमको दिखा भी सकते हैं कि इसी रास्ते से चलो. That is the main thing, I believe. A man who knows the way can show you the way because he has already gone the way. वो इस रास्ते से चले हैं। तो मेरा ये इंटेंशन था, आई हैड दिस डिज़ायर इन माइंड that the West, the people of the West, they are also very religious minded. It's not that they are totally, some of us say that they are very much materialistic. They don't have any sense of spirituality. They don't have any sense of religious upliftment, upliftment of soul. They are not interested. That's not true. You see how Krishna consciousness, the movement of ISKCON, is creating sensation all over the world. And why is it so? Because people are seeking interest in it. They are showing interest in it. वो कृष्ण को जानना चाहते हैं। कृष्ण क्या है? परमात्मा है, परम ब्रह्म है, हम बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में, इंडियन फिलोसफी में. So if Krishna is the param brahma or the highest soul, supreme consciousness, they are interested to know about it. लेकिन unfortunately ये जो मैंने आपको बताया, since the last couple of decades, कुछ दशकों से ऐसे लोगों की बहुत कमी नज़र में आती है. There is a dearth of such men, such philosophers, such enlightened sadhus or monks who have realized themselves, who have realized God, and who can show you the way to salvation and to the path of enlightenment. But here we are extremely fortunate, by the grace of God Almighty, by the grace of Devi Mahakali, Shyama Ma, we are very fortunate that Sri Shyama Khyapa Maharaj, who is an ardent devotee and a worshipper of Goddess Kali and Tarama, who used to, this must be mentioned to you people, he didn't want to get disclosed. वो गुप्त साधना में रत थे, ओके. उनका जो साधना का जो माध्यम था, that was गुप्त. He preferred to remain in isolation, in total seclusion, and he liked to stay hidden. But it's we people, for the broader interests of the society and for the broader interests of the people at large, we thought that his philosophy and his spirituality and his divinity should be diverged, should be disclosed to the people at large, not only to the people, to the Oriental culture, but also to the Occidental culture, to the West. वेस्ट के लोगों को भी जानना चाहिए, सबको जानना चाहिए कि ये भारत का जो एसेंस है वो क्या है एक्चुअली, कितना समृद्ध है हमारी ये रिलीजन, कितना समृद्ध है हमारे कल्चर और स्पिरिचुअलिटी. इट्स सो रिच इन वैल्यूज, इट्स सो रिच इन एसेंस. एंड हु इज गोइंग टू टीच इट? हु इज गोइंग टू टीच? देयर शुड बी सम टीचर, सम गुड टीचर, जो कि आपको दिखा सकते हैं, जो आपको बता सकते हैं. Our good luck is that at last we have got a man, at last we have got a sadhu, an enlightened monk with us, and that is Sri Shyama Khyapa Maharaj, who is actually showing the path of enlightenment, the path of salvation, showing us the way to reach God in the easiest possible way. As he says, in my book you will find it, how he guides his people. He always says it's very easy to get God. इतना कोई कठिन बात नहीं है. The only thing is you talk to yourself, you delve into your inner soul. अपने अंतरात्मा में घुसो, उनको पुकारो, जस्ट पुकारो. माँ बोल के तो एक बार पुकार के देखो, तब ना वो आ जाएगी. माँ को ज़्यादा पुकारने की ज़रूरत नहीं होती. It's not necessary, it's not imperative that you go on doing austere penances. He has done it. He has done the austere penances. He has gone through all the kast and katinais of life, He has gone through all the sufferings. But for whom? On behalf of us. Just as the holy Jesus Christ had done it for the sake of mankind. लोगों के लिए उन्होंने अपने आप पर जो कष्ट की और जो कांटाओं की जो ये मुकुट पहने थे उन्होंने, actually for whom? For the people at large. Similarly, एक ही फिलॉसफी है हमारी ये गुरु महाराज की, हमारे गुरुदेव श्यामा ख्यापा महाराज की. उन्होंने सारे कष्ट खुद अपने आप पर ले लिया. आज भी हजारों लोग इनके पास आते हैं. People come, in droves to him. People who are suffering, people who have got so many diseases, people who have got so many ailments in life, people who are just, they are simply saturated with miseries and agonies and pains, and they don't know where to go. They don't know. They are totally clueless. They come here after all the doors are closed. सारे दरवाजे जब बंद हो जाते हैं तब वो इनके पास आते हैं और वो दिखा देते हैं. ऐसे एक बंदा नहीं बोल सकता है कि यहाँ आके उनके कुछ हुआ नहीं. एक बंदा बोल नहीं सकता. ओके, एंड आई हैव बीन अ विटनेस. मैं इनका ऐसी चीज़ों का साक्षी हूँ. इसीलिए मैंने इस किताब लिखा, बिकॉज आई हैव बीन अ विटनेस टू सच miraculous things happening over here. I have taken this responsibility on my shoulders, and I thought it would be a sacred duty of mine to write such a book, to let the people know about what the original Indian monk and enlightened sadhu can do in terms of spirituality, by using his spiritual powers, yogic powers, and for the sake of mankind, for the well-being of mankind. क्योंकि उनका फिलॉसफी यही है कि खुद तो जियो एकदम साधारण तरीके से, लेकिन लोगों के भलाई करते जाओ. ये सारे डिसाइपल्स को, इनके सारे डिसाइपल्स जो है, भक्त है, शिष्य है, सबको ये बताते हैं कि तुम लोग एक बात ध्यान में रखना कि कभी ज़िंदगी में कुछ बन जाओ या फिर अच्छा कुछ हो जाए माँ की कृपा से, ये साधारण लोगों के भूलना मत. इन्हीं के लिए जीना, सबके भलाई करना, तो भगवान तुम्हारे भलाई करेगी. दिस इज़ हिज फिलॉसफी. डू गुड टू मैनकाइंड, डू गुड टू एवरीबडी, as they say in Latin, summum bonum, the greatest good for the highest number of mankind. Summum bonum, that should be the attitude. Do good to mankind. This is Gurudev's philosophy, and that's what we try to follow. So we are extremely lucky, and that's why I am writing this book. Maybe it's not a very voluminous book, but it will contain, I am telling you, it will contain his philosophies, his high ideals, his sadhanas, for 3-4 decades of sadhana, 4 दशकों की साधना है. Okay, and how he has gone through rigorous, austere penances, how he has led a very strict, regimented life, how he has, actually taken all the pain, sufferings and agonies of the people on himself. अपने आप पर ले लिया सारे लोगों की दुख जंत्रणा जो है, दुख दुर्दशाएं और जो दर्द है, सब अपने आप पर ले लिए उन लोगों को खुश दिखने के लिए. ठीक है, उनके जो शरीर है, कभी कभी वो बताते हैं, ये किताब में भी, मेरे किताब में आपको मिलेगा, यू फाइंड इट इन माई बुक. एंड ही टोल्ड अस वंस, परोपकाराय फलन्ति वृक्षः, परोपकाराय फलन्ति वृक्षः, परोपकाराय बहति नदीवाय, परोपकाराय चलन्ति गावाय, परोपकारार्थे idam shariram. These 4 lines are taken from Bhartrihari, the famous Sanskrit poet. But Gurudev says it. His philosophy is the same. He says, जैसे कि परोपकार, that means for the well-being of the tree bears fruits, not for itself. It bears fruit for others. वृक्ष के जो फल होते हैं वो वृक्ष खुद नहीं खाते, दूसरे सारे 10 लोग खाते हैं. But it will bear fruits for others. वैसे ही नदी जो बहते हैं वो खुद के लिए नहीं बहते हैं. वो ऐसे यहाँ पहाड़ से लेके चले जाएंगे समुद्र तक, कितनी बड़े रास्ता घूम के, नाच के, गाते हुए, लहराते हुए, बल खाते हुए वो जाएंगे. लेकिन इसके किनारे में कितने सारे सभ्यताएं उठेगा, सारे लोग बस्ती होगा, हाँ, लोग इनके पानी से कितने civilizations they will grow. So the river also does not flow for itself. It flows for others. Then परोपकारार्थे charanti gavayo, the cow grazes not for itself. The cow will graze, then it will be giving milk, and the milk products will be given to people. उसका दूध वो खुद नहीं खाते, दूसरे लोग खाते हैं, पीते हैं. कि दूध को पीते हैं दूसरे लोग, गाय नहीं पीते. सिमिलरली परोपकारार्थे idam shariram, अपना जो शरीर है, God has given us this body not for sensual pleasures. अपने खुद के जो रिपू है उसके लिए, अपने भोग के लिए शरीर नहीं दिया गया हम लोगों को. ये शरीर दिया है परोपकार के लिए. It's Gurudev's philosophy. And Gurudev does it himself. He takes all the diseases of the people on his own body. Do you know that? You won't believe me. I have seen it myself. He has got so many pains and agonies, and he suffers from so many ailments because he takes the diseases of others. By using his spiritual powers, he has taken the ailments and diseases and miseries and agonies of the people on his own material body, on his own physical body, on his own worldly body, and he suffers it, and he has a smile on his face, that graceful smile you will always find in on his face. He's got this beatific smile on his face. Okay, this divine smile, and he is always happy. He says, this is what this body is meant for. मेरे शरीर तो इसीलिए है, सबके दुख बांटने के लिए, सबके दुख लेने के लिए माँ ने मुझे ये शरीर दिया है, तो इसीलिए मैं ये काम करता हूँ. इसी में यही मेरा फिलॉसफी है. He is not at all concerned about himself. खुद के लिए कभी सोचते नहीं है. So ये जो फिलॉसफी है एकमात्र इंडियन साधु ही दिखा सकते हैं. That is what is my motto. Unlike the philosophers and unlike the sages and saints of other places, I don't want to criticize anybody, but the Indian saint has always said, live for others and know thyself. दूसरों के लिए जियो और अपने आप को जानो. ये हमारे गुरुदेव का भी फिलॉसफी है. वो दिखाते हैं सबको कैसे जीना है दूसरों के लिए, कैसे दूसरों के दुख अपने शरीर पर लेना है, और कैसे सबको सिखाना है कि कैसे एक सुंदर जीवन जिया जाए. How to live a beautiful life, a complete life, and a religious life. Okay, having total faith and devotion in the God Almighty, and make spiritual progress for spiritual upliftment of soul. So this is why I am writing the book. I am trying to write this book. I hope by the grace of Goddess Kali Mata and by the grace of our Gurudev Sri Shyama Khyapa Maharaj, I hope you will enjoy reading the book. Thank you so much.
Pranam Gurudev.